Today I'd like to rant about two math terms, exponential and proportional. And I hear them being misused because these terms have a specific meaning. Now, I realize that in the English language, when a word is misused often enough, that becomes the new definition of the word. But this reduces the usefulness of language. Words have meaning. And when you start to use a different definition, a different version of the definition, and misuse a word, the meaning becomes like two people don't even agree on the meaning, and then we can't communicate. Take the term bi-weekly. Does it mean twice a week or once every 2 weeks? I'll give you a moment. Think of your answer. Well, no matter what you think, you're right. Both are correct according to the dictionary. Now let's start with exponential. Exponential is used to describe something where the rate of change is increasing. 1 week it increases by 10. The next week it increases by 12. The next week it increases by 14. So the rate of change is increasing. Now, sometimes it is used to accentuate a sudden increase.
And let's start with the most obvious calamity, and that's Brexit. The pitch for it was that it would free British businesses of Europe's onerous restrictions. But instead, what ended up happening was for UK companies looking to trade with Europe, especially small businesses, the red tape has actually multiplied exponentially.
Like it was constant, all of a sudden a sudden jump. Oh, it increased exponentially. Now, in mathematics, and originally, the term meant a specific type of increasing function, the exponential function. Now, this exponential function does appear frequently in nature. It happens whenever the rate of growth is proportional to the quantity. This has a neat effect that you get a constant doubling time. For example, provided with enough food and space, bacterial growth is exponential. The rate of growth is proportional to the number of bacteria. After a certain time, the population doubles. Then it doubles again, with a constant doubling time. Investments can also be like this. If you don't have a constant doubling time, you don't have exponential growth. In our language, we don't have a quick shorthand for describing generalized increasing growth. So the term exponential has come to mean any increasing growth. I refuse to use it unless the growth is purely exponential, even if that means I have to use a phrase in place of a single word. And I'd never use it just to accentuate a sudden increase, because a sudden increase isn't an exponential function. It's more of like a step function, where it starts at one value and jumps to another. That is not that nice curved function. Now, proportional is another term that gets misused. It's often used to say that two quantities are related. When there's some sort of correlation between two quantities. Now, maybe the correlation might be quadratic. Maybe it's an exponential one. And that's what annoys me, because the term has a specific mathematical meaning. It means there's a linear relationship between the two quantities, not a quadratic one, not an exponential one, a linear one. If you were to graph the two quantities, one versus the other, you would get a straight line. If one quantity doubles, the other doubles. It's not one doubles and the other quadruples. That's not proportional. If one doubles, the other doubles. That is proportional. Anyway, thanks for listening to my rant. I wish you all the best. Have a great day. Cheers.